Hello everyone, welcome back to Nigerian View. So guys, let's talk about what happened in Anambra State recently that led to the bringing down of this young man who is said to be a student of Oko Poly, if I am not mistaken. In this video, I am going to tell you guys who this young man is. I am sure you already have a clue because it is basically written on the title of this video. But I am going to explain to you guys what led to the bringing down of this young man and how this young man was brought down. I also want to make you understand that you should brace yourself for this story that I am about to recount because it is a very heartbreaking and sad story. So before I get into the video, I also want to remind you guys that the problem that started between Supreme Eye Confraternity and Mafite in Benin City yesterday is still very active, and I will advise the people that are members of both groups to try as much as possible to hide their head for the now, because it is said that the elders of both groups are trying everything possible to settle the matter and make peace. So for the people that don't know what is going on, yesterday afternoon there was an update stating that Mafite and Eye are having problems in an area called Okoro, right there in the city of Benin. It is said that after they started having this problem, some members of Mafite caught a young man who is a member of Eye. They beat the young man and broke his head. And for those that are in the NV family WhatsApp and also Telegram, I am sure you saw when I posted of the young man that they broke his head yesterday. And information also reached me that the young man that the Mafite member had beaten is one of the leaders of Eye right there in the place where he practiced. And after the young man was beaten, the members of Eye got angry and they entered the streets of Benin looking for Mafite members. Now the area that this happened, like I said before, is around Okoro, and it is said to be close to medicals, and medical is said to be close to Uselu for the people that live in Benin. I was also told that this same Okoro is not very far from a place called New Benin. So if you live in Benin City and you are a member of either of the above mentioned groups, I would advise you to hide your head as the elders of both groups try to make peace. The reason I am saying this is because of what happened in Ogeli between Wednesday and Thursday. A young man was brought down in Ogeli on Wednesday night in the confraternity war between Eye and Vikings, and on Thursday morning, the both groups made peace and they signed an undertaking in the presence of the police. So if you live in Benin, try as much as possible to hide your head until they finalize the peace talk. So with that out of the way, let's dive into today's video. So an information came that this young man that you are currently seeing on your screen was brought down in Anambra. Now this young man is a member of Vikings, not just an ordinary member of Vikings. The young man is said to be the leader of Vikings right there in Oko Poly before he was brought down. And the way he was brought down is a very painful way, which I am going to explain to you. Now, according to the story and how it was finally explained to me, this young man is said to be originally from Oka. I think he became a member of Vikings right there in Oka, and after that he got an admission in Oko Polytechnic, a higher institution which is in the city of Oko right there in Anambra State. So he moved to Oko where he continued to practice his Vikings. And I think they see him fit to become the leader of Vikings right in that place of Oko, and they decided to hand over the Vikings leadership to him to become the #1 man of Vikings in that particular place. So after they did the handover, it was said to have been successful, but there was a little problem as the other Vikings members had said that the handover was a little bit illegal because the elders of Vikings were not present at the time of the handover. I don't want to go into Vikings politics, but the members of Vikings in this group will understand what I am talking about. So it is said that they scheduled another day for a proper handover where all the elders will be present. On that very day that they had scheduled, they did the handover and everything was successful. I think this was yesterday or 2 days ago. So because the handover was successful, the young man was officially named the #1 man of Vikings in that particular place where he practiced. So when the young man was coming out, the other Vikings around him brought out tools and they were shooting up, boom, 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 just to clear road for him, celebrating him being the #1 man, the leader of Vikings in the place where they practice. However, it is said that the community people saw them and did not know who they were, so the community people were thinking that they are armed robbers, and the community people started shouting, "Thief, thief, thief," and the community people approached them, so the young men ran, and the community people started chasing them, and they finally caught up with this particular young man, who is the person that they just handed over the leadership to, and they beat the young man, brought him down. Before you know what was happening, they brought out fire and the young man was already on fire. Now this is the problem that is currently going on in Southeast, because whenever they hear anything, thief, thief, before you know what is happening, someone is already on fire. Now this young man that they had brought down, the young man is just a confraternity member. The young man is said not to be a thief. They said that the only thing the young man does is just to practice his confraternity, according to how it was explained to me. Now it is said that this young man was brought down alongside with another young man that the community people also caught when the young man ran away, and the other Vikings members had said to have escaped. So after this happened, Vikings members got angry, went back to the community and started lighting shops on fire. So it is now like Vikings versus the community people, because they just brought down the young man that is named the leader of Vikings in that particular place where they practice. So this whole thing is just heartbreaking. So when I saw the video of when they brought the young man down, it was very shocking to me. It was very painful knowing that the young man did not steal. The young man wasn't involved in any armed robbery or any stealing. So it felt somehow. I am going to post that video on my Telegram later in the day and also on my WhatsApp status for those that are already in the Envy family to see. And if you are not on my Telegram, I will leave the link in the comment section below. Like I said before, this whole thing is painful and I am a little bit lost of words on how to explain what I think about this situation. I am sure most of you will be able to elaborate in the comment section. Don't you think that this jungle justice of a thing that is going on in the Southeast, proper investigation should be done before they just bring out tire and light people on fire? What do you personally think about this? Anyway, you are watching Nigerian View.